welcome to the Do It All Dad Year podcast, dad-friendly entertainment for you and me, what Gen X parents understand, controlling our kids with comedy can make our kids great again. And this is episode 113. Nikki Sixx's Snowflake side. Can I get a holla for a long-awaited, but not really, new episode, high-quality dumpage on Nikki Sixx, right on the end of the comedy rainbow? Holla! Jimmy Carter and the Dalai Lama enter a bar. I should run with that title. Way less long-winded. Trump is an illegitimate president, Carter? Did Drago appear in 64 million voting booths demanding, vote Trump or I'll break you? Stick to sanding your Farsi alphabet blocks for your grandchildren. Why should I give a shit about Jimmy Carter's opinion again? The Islamic Revolution happened on his watch, just like Hillary creating ISIS on her watch. North Korea used to conduct nuclear stress tests because of you. The Dalai Lama insists President Trump lacks moral principle. Pope says wall will make America a prisoner of isolation. No advice for Obama's social justice docs on Netflix? Or are they just jealous of Trump's bigger following on Twitter? Dalai Lama. It's my impersonation of the Dalai Lama on the BBC. My female successor would have to be attractive like Sharon Stone with no makeup on. BBC journalist replies, but Sharon Stone is the white devil. It looks like you're in a real conundrum, Your Holiness. Can I get a holla for a old school Scorsese reference also mentioned in a Sopranos episode once? Hey, Marty, I love conundrum. Holla! Of course, the line was uttered by Christopher, played by Michael Imperioli. I think I said it right. He wrote some episodes. His apartment in Soho is ridiculous. So this is my impersonation of the Dalai Lama with Richard Gere. This is Dalai Lama talking with Richard Gere. Stick with prayer beads if you must, but try showing some backbone next time. And resist the temptation of animal anal stuffage for moral principle's sake, Richard. William Barr's investigation has to be wrapping up. If Jimmy Carter and the Dalai Lama are throwing in their horseshit sense before shit really hits the fan. Has Charlie Rose chimed in yet lately? No, I don't date MILFs. Do you want a dick pic or not, Rachel? Take a hike, Yenta. Breath. It's a cop at the park addressing me. Do it all that over here. You shouldn't let your kids play unattended. I reply, like I could catch up with Speedy you-know-who if I tried. Or count on a sanctuary state like New York to release Speedy into his home country the following day, next day delivery. Let's try this again. You shouldn't let your kids play unattended, the cop says. I reply, stop acting like I left my kids unsupervised at a pool party at John Podesta's house with enough pedo art installations to make Marilyn Manson blush. Cop again. You shouldn't let your kids play unattended. Do It All Dad replies, why, is North Salem, home of the X-Man mansion, a no-go zone now? Are they offering teachers extra money to work there like they are in Switzerland? Don't you follow Q, officer? Cop, who's Q? The storm is coming, all right? Memo to Palmer reports. He's a very active Twitter guy that always likes to predict the downfall of the Trump administration. Total jerk off. So I know some people like my brother, they've never been on Twitter. So people like Palmer Report, sorry, no brand name recognition with me. But it's a little annoying. Every time there's like a breaking news, something's trending, I gotta see his disgusting mug. And it just, so it just proves the further theory of Twitter going out of their way to push complete garbage down your throats in face of real truth joke bombs, like from yours truly. Which explains why we now have Do It All Dad Does Jokes out, available on Amazon. Hardcover will be available by the next week. Also plan on an audio version. It is a performance piece. Can't wait to take it on the road for Bornstorming Barbershop USA. Start your bidding, Ari Gold. But back to Palmer Report. Memo to Palmer Report. Your deep state heroes are going to prison for sedition. The Dalai Lama was reincarnated as a pay-talking puppet for George Soros and company. Ivanka wins by a landslide in 2024. Your sanctuary city party is screwed. Although, based on how Antifa was able to run wild in Portland, Oregon yesterday, people would say, enough with the hyperbola. Antifa, this is not my exact quote, but they said that Antifa is allowed to operate with impunity the way that the Klan was able to do back in the day in Alabama. Hardcore analogy, but I mean, they're not hanging anybody yet. But however, yesterday there was this half Vietnamese American gay journalist he's an investigative journalist. He has, I'm drawing a blank at his name. He has done pieces, he has a byline for the National Review. He's been attacked at his gym before. He had predicted violence, and he was attacked by Antifa thugs. They had lacerated his ear, major bruise marks. These milkshakes that they had put together actually had cement in there. So, liquid cement. So basically, when you got hit by the milkshake, it was equivalent to being hit by a freaking brick. So this is all out. Cops were told to stand down and allow the temper tantrums to ensue, which, really proves the bad boy, soy boy, cred on Antifa's side. But so that happened yesterday. It sickens me to the core. So what could I do in response? I did a video today, which I've been planning forever, called Bad Boy, Soy Boy. I recommend it. Help it go viral. Spread the word. My son wears a MAGA hat at a speakeasy milk bar that serves only plastic straws in Bushwick, Brooklyn, to prove his bad boy, soy boy credentials. And you can check out the rest for yourself. It's got a beautiful payoff. Feel free to spread the love, because these Antifa violence against Trump supporters, it has to stop. So praying that President Trump does something about it sooner than later. Cut out funding for sanctuary cities. Just do something, please. I know he's busy right now, trying to convince Kim to give up the nukes, but can we solve the Antifa crisis first? That'd be nice. And also, America, can we stop calling nationalists a loaded word? The N-bomb is a loaded word. Antifa Lives Matter is an oxymoron. How does an Antifa terrorist in Portland, Oregon celebrate Mother's Day? Take out the trash for once, meaning move out of the house for good? So I was talking to my wife this morning. She worked last night. A gay journalist was beat up by Antifa in Portland yesterday. My wife says, I don't want to hear it. I said, but you love Portland. I get it. Heard before. Too bad it's no longer Bill Walton's Portland, babe. So this is what I'm calling happy triggering day advice. You're welcome. Ivanka this, Ivanka that. Ivanka 2024. First Jewish female president, bitches. Let's see what feckless, tolerant cunts you are now. An actor in the new Star Wars says limited job offers for Muslim actors increases the odds in them becoming terrorists. So Antifa would go away if only Ari Gold could score them a SAG card for yelling Nazi in unison for that elusive film credit? Further proof, Obama ruined everything. Nikki Sixx now identifies with being a snowflake. Based on the Republican use of the word to describe resistor Twitter twats, he threw Axl Rose around like a rag doll, according to Circus Magazine back in the day. Sounds like is the Dalai Lama? Did he arrange a deal? We could be reincarnated as a snowflake? Don't see it happening. Nikki, write some more fucking diary entries and keep your mouth shut. Okay, don't really know more interviews. You're like worse than Howard right now. Weird week Howard, weird week Nikki. Okay, you got a lesbian daughter. That's beautiful. That's great. I'm happy for you. I'm glad you know about the proper pronoun associations. But if you didn't have a daughter, don't act like you would give a shit. Hair metal is the one thing that I thought would be not tainted by the race war inciting, shadow government operating, Barack Obama insinuated years. Please. No more. I don't want to hear about your snowflake side, Nikki. Just keep it to yourself. Too Fast for Love. The first album of Motley Crue was still the best. On with the show. Wanted to play it for my pilot. I did have it specified to play for my pilot. Heavy Metal High. Maybe I'll get some renewed interest in that. But you know what? Nikki, you ruined it. I don't even want to pitch that pilot anymore. Because I got to think of you. And how you're a snowflake. No, you're not. You beat a fan to talk trash about you. You worship the devil. And then shit started floating. And you're like, you know what? Shot at the devil. Let's reverse that luck in our favor. Mick Mars. The Freddy Krueger of shredding. Love Mick Mars. Mick Mars didn't say anything. Vince knows to keep his mouth shut. Tommy Lee, is busy fighting with the Sun. That's unfortunate. I don't know if Tommy Lee's that big of an asshole or if his son is. But I can't imagine that. I can't imagine my son hating me as much as Tommy Lee's son hates his dad. It's pretty brutal. So if I were to have Tommy Lee's son on the show, I would ask him, so do you hate your dad because he just refused to show up to your Little League games when you were a kid, where you used to strike out more than what Charlie Sheen does these days at the AVN after hours party award celebrations? This is the Do It All Dad Year podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids' economy can make our kids great again. Do It All Dad Does Jokes is finally here. My masterpiece, my swan song. There will be more masterpieces. The best is yet to come. I love all of you. Do It All Dad Nation. We've never gotten to this point without you. Have a beautiful Independence Day. And I will talk to you guys soon.